So here we are at harvest of the, can you guess? Yes, harvest of the ocean. Now, we're not just thinking about harvesting delicious fish, especially with some chips on a Friday, but we're thinking about Jesus asking us to be fishers of men. Hang on a minute, Natasha. How can we go out fishing for men? Well, maybe that's what the first disciples thought as well. But let me tell you a story. A story about when Jesus first called his disciples, and one in particular, Simon Peter. Now he was, as you can guess, a fisherman, and one day he was out on the lake. And he wasn't really having much luck. He kept putting his nets in, taking them out, in, out. But there was no fish. He was getting a little bit fed up, but he carried on anyway. And this one night, he saw somebody cross the lake. It was Jesus. And Jesus called to him and said, "Cast your nets on the other side." I mean, what does this Jesus fellow know? He's a carpenter. He makes things out of wood. He would have been better at harvest of the earth. But for some reason, Simon Peter trusted him. And he did. He picked up his nets and he cast them on the other side. But would you believe it? Before he could even try and pick up his nets, they were full of fish. He'd been fishing there all night and hadn't caught even a tiddler. But when Jesus said put them on the other side, he caught lots and lots of fish. Now this is the really strange thing. You think from then on, Simon Peter would have thought, brilliant, I have got a brilliant fishing buddy. Me and you, Jesus, will go fishing and we'll catch lots. Jesus asked him to do something even stranger. He asked Simon Peter to drop his nets. Drop his nets and go follow him. And what's even more strange is Simon did it. He dropped his nets. He left his life, which he knew, and he got up and he followed Jesus, and he trusted Jesus. That's kind of what Jesus asks us to do today as well. Now, we don't have to be fishermen, but Jesus asks us to change the way that we live sometimes to be able to follow him. And in doing so, we might be able to gather more disciples of Jesus. Now, at this station here, we are going to make a little prayer boat. And I'm going to show you how to make an origami boat. If you know me well, you know that I quite like making origami boats. But this time, we're going to use them as a prayer, thinking about others that we might be able to call to follow Jesus. If we were going out fishing for more disciples of Jesus, who might we ask for? Let's have a little go.
Well, what we need to do first is to get a piece of A4 paper, it can be of any colour, and we're going to fold it in half, and we're just going to fold it in half again to give us some rough guidelines. We're going to open it up again, and we're just going to fold in the two sides to make a triangle, which is why you folded it in half the second time, just to get that guideline down the middle. And once you've done that, there should be two flaps at the bottom. We're going to curl up one side and just flatten out like that, and do exactly the same for the other side, and you could stop there and have a little hat if you want to. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to open up our little hat shape, just pull the sides like that, and we actually make a diamond shape, and just keep that paper nice and flat, just press it down if you need to. We're then going to go again, lifting up the two flaps of the paper there, so take up one side and lift it to that top corner and turn it over, and you're going to do exactly the same on that side. So we should now have quite a thick triangle. In the middle of your paper, you should be able to pop your fingers. There you go, and you're going to just spread it out again to make another diamond shape. Go back and re-watch this part of the video because this bit is a little bit tricky if you need to. And to complete our boat, we just pull out the sides like that, and again flatten it to make our boat shape. Now, just to use this as a prayer boat, we're going to write down the names of people who you think need our prayers. Maybe those who you'd like to come to faith, or it might just be somebody that is ill or upset, or anybody that you would like to pray for. So I'm just going to write down a few of my friends and family's names who are on my heart. And you can even pop your boat in some water or decorate it with lots of colours as well. And there we have it, our prayer boat.